What if the secret to perfect cookies isn't the recipe, but the mixer? Today, we're revealing the top 6 best stand mixer for cookie dough that can save time, handle thick dough effortlessly, and improve your baking results. Welcome to the channel. Check the links in the description to explore every featured mixer. On number 6 is KitchenAid Artisan 5-quart. Few kitchen upgrades transform baking as dramatically as the KitchenAid Artisan 5-quart. If you've ever struggled with a mixer that leaves pockets of flour, stalls on thick cookie dough, or creates more frustration than results, this model offers a welcome change. Its durable metal construction and 59-point mixing action work together to blend ingredients thoroughly, while the 5-quart stainless steel bowl easily handles large batches of cookies for family gatherings or special occasions. The tilt head design makes adding ingredients simple, and the 10-speed control gives you the flexibility to move from gentle mixing to whipping with ease. Compared with many budget-friendly stand mixers, the Artisan feels sturdier, smoother, and more refined during everyday use. The only drawback is that serious bread makers may prefer a larger bowl lift model for extremely heavy dough. For anyone researching the top 6 best stand mixer for cookie dough options, this mixer delivers reliability, convenience, and the kind of baking experience that keeps you excited for the next batch. At number 5 is ZACME 8.4-quart. A surprising reality many bakers face is that cookie dough doesn't fail because of the recipe, it fails when the mixer starts struggling halfway through. The ZACME 8.4-quart steps in like a different category of machine, built for those moments where smaller mixers give up under pressure. With its massive 8.4 QT bowl handling up to 3 kilograms of dough, it immediately removes the constant frustration of splitting batches, making it a strong contender in the world of best stand mixer for cookie dough. The 800 watts DC motor, reinforced metal gears, and 11-speed control work together to push through dense, sticky dough without hesitation, while the Planetary mixing action keeps everything evenly blended instead of leaving hidden pockets of flour. The LED timer adds freedom, letting you walk away while it works, and the surprisingly low noise level keeps the kitchen calm even during heavy mixing. Compared to others, it feels more industrial and less delicate, especially for large cookie batches, though it's heavier and less compact for small kitchens. Still, when dough volume rises and consistency matters, this machine quietly turns chaos into smooth, steady baking results. At number 4 is GE Mixer 5.3-quart. A surprising detail most home bakers never expect is how quickly cookie dough exposes a weak mixer. It starts smooth, then suddenly strains, stalls, and leaves uneven patches. That's where the GE 5.3-quart stand mixer enters the scene with a grounded, no-drama approach. For anyone searching for the best stand mixer for cookie dough, it solves the biggest frustration: inconsistent mixing under pressure. The 350 watts motor and die-cast body don't chase hype, they deliver steady force through thick dough, while the 59-point mixing cycle ensures nothing hides at the bottom of the bowl. The 5.3 QT capacity is generous enough for holiday baking runs, yet still manageable for everyday kitchen use. Compared to others, it feels less premium in finish but more straightforward in function, especially for users who just want reliable performance without overthinking settings. The 7-speed control keeps things flexible, and the tilt head design makes swaps quick during busy baking sessions. It does get slightly loud under heavy loads, but it holds its rhythm well. In the end, it turns cookie dough from a struggle into something far more predictable and controlled. On number 3 is 3.5-quart. A surprising thing about cookie dough is that it doesn't need a massive machine, it needs the right rhythm, and most people only realize that after their first messy overmix. The stand mixer 3.5-quart steps into that gap with a compact personality that feels almost personal in the kitchen. For anyone exploring the best stand mixer for cookie dough in small batches, this one changes expectations quickly. The 3.5 QT bowl is perfect for everyday baking, especially when you don't want excess capacity sitting unused on your counter. Its Planetary mixing action moves ingredients smoothly, turning cold butter and sugar into a soft, unified base without leaving dry corners behind. Compared to others' it lacks heavy-duty power, but it wins in simplicity, weight, and easy handling for quick cookie sessions. The tilt head design makes swaps effortless, while dishwasher's safe parts remove post-baking stress instantly. It does struggle with very dense or large dough loads, but for small kitchens and casual baking moments, it keeps everything light, fast, and surprisingly satisfying. In the end, it feels less like machinery and more like a quiet baking companion that shows up exactly when you need it. At number 2 is Honinst 6.5 quart. A surprising truth in home baking is that cookie dough doesn't just test ingredients, it exposes how patient your mixer really is. The Honinst stand mixer 6.5 quart steps into that pressure moment with a calm, steady power that feels built for real kitchen work. For anyone searching for the best stand mixer for cookie dough, this machine solves a common frustration: uneven mixing and motor strain when dough gets heavy. The pure copper motor with 10-speed control and 3D planetary mixing doesn't rush the process, it works through butter, sugar, and flour until everything comes together in a smooth, unified texture. The 6.5 QT bowl gives enough space for family batches without constant stopping. Compared to others, it may feel less premium in finish, but it offers strong value for everyday baking needs. Anti-slip feet keep it stable, while low noise operation under 60 decibels keeps the kitchen surprisingly peaceful. Overheating protection adds long-term reliability during longer dough sessions. It does feel slightly bulkier on the counter, but in return, it delivers consistency where many budget mixers hesitate. In the end, it turns messy cookie prep into something controlled, steady, and far more enjoyable to repeat. Now moving to the last one is Aucma 6.5 quart. A surprising number of cookie dough disasters begin long before the oven. They start when a mixer struggles to keep up with thick, stubborn ingredients. The Aucma 6.5 quart tackles that challenge with a combination of power, capacity, and simplicity that feels refreshing for everyday bakers. If you're exploring the best stand mixer for cookie dough, this model immediately stands out with its 660 watts pure copper motor and 6-speed control system, giving dense dough the steady mixing force it needs without constant intervention. The spacious 6.5 QT stainless steel bowl, complete with convenient handles, makes larger batches feel manageable instead of overwhelming. As the dough begins to come together, the tilt head design and splash guard keep the process smooth and less messy. Compared to the others, the Aucma offers noticeably more capacity and stronger performance for heavier recipes, though it does take up more counter space. Noise levels stay reasonable for its power class, and the included dough hook, whisk, and beater expand its versatility beyond cookies. By the final mix, what once felt like a demanding baking project becomes a far more enjoyable kitchen ritual worth repeating. For most home bakers, the KitchenAid Artisan 5 quart is the strongest overall choice because it balances power, reliability, and versatility better than the others. It handles cookie dough consistently without feeling oversized, offers excellent mixing performance, and supports a huge range of optional attachments for future use. While some competitors provide larger bowls, the Artisan stands out for its proven durability, smoother operation, and long-term value, making it a mixer you'll enjoy using for years. So guys, this was the video about the top 6 best stand mixer for cookie dough. All the links are given in the description, do check them out. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thank you.